My name is Aaron Miles, and this is the story of the night my life cracked open like cheap glass. I got home just before midnight after a rotten day. My boss, Gerald, had spent nearly an hour explaining why my report lacked vision. The office printer died right when I needed it, and a vending machine swallowed my last bills without dropping the candy I'd paid for. Outside, the wind cut through my coat like it had a personal grudge. All I wanted was a hot shower, leftover pizza, and a mindless show before sleep. I slid my key into our front door lock. The knob turned, but the deadbolt, thrown from the inside, didn't budge. Then my phone buzzed. A text from my wife, Bianca. "Come home early next time." I called her. Voicemail. I called again. Voicemail. After 20-odd tries, I started naming each attempt like hurricanes to stay sane. The porch light spilled warm yellow across the steps while the night slapped my face numb. My own house glowed like a taunt. A light flicked on next door. My neighbor Linda opened her door before I could knock. "Come in," she said, adding, "But there's a condition." I would have agreed to anything. Heat wrapped me. Her living room was tidy and soft lit. She handed me tea, sat beside me, and said, "She locked you out on purpose, and not just to punish you." Before I could answer, she pulled out her phone and opened a security app. Night vision video played, my porch, my door, my wife. Bianca giggled, let a muscular guy in, and let him inside. The timestamp was from a Tuesday I'd worked late. Linda swiped through more clips. Different nights, same routine. My chest went cold in a way the wind couldn't touch. "I noticed patterns," Linda said. "I set up a camera. I thought you should know." I watched. I barely blinked. Some dates I remembered. Our anniversary, a night I was out of town, Halloween. The clips stacked like bricks, walling off whatever doubts I had left. "Send me everything," I said. Linda did. Then she looked me in the eye. "When you decide what to do, don't go halfway. People like her rewrite the story. Don't let her." "I don't do half measures," I told her. It surprised me how true it felt. I crashed on her couch for a few hours. In the morning, she handed me coffee. "You ready?" she asked. "More than ready." I went home. The deadbolt was off now. I cooked Bianca breakfast like nothing happened. She floated down the stairs cheerful, told me I looked tired, and pretended not to notice the edge in my voice. When I mentioned the cold and the locked door, she did a routine I recognized from 1,000 social media apologies. "Oh my God, did I?" "Phone on silent, must have fallen asleep." Her face said she thought I'd swallow it. I smiled and let it pass. That weekend, I was the model husband. Coffee, small talk, shared TV. She relaxed. I took notes, literally. Monday, I ordered small recorders, a charger-style camera, and a GPS tracker. Tuesday, while she was at yoga, I placed the devices. Wednesday at lunch, the kitchen camera caught her home early, grinning into her phone. "He's at work," she told whoever was on the line. "Tonight's perfect." 7:30. That night she dressed up to see her cousin. The tracker dot parked at the gym on Henderson, the one with the neon sign you can see from space. I ate a steak dinner at home and collected my screenshots. By Thursday, I'd moved past anger. I had clarity. Linda texted an invite. "Too much lasagna." 7 p.m. Bring your evidence. Translation. Plan the next move. At her table, between forkfuls of unfairly good lasagna. We sorted what I had. Video, audio, GPS, and a folder I titled Screenshots of Lies. Linda listened and nodded. "You're right not to confront her in a blaze. She'll make you the villain. Let the facts talk." "I want it public," I said. "I don't want her controlling the narrative. I want the truth to land where it can't be spun. Then make it look like the truth found its own way out," Linda said. No speeches. No monologues. Just receipts. We picked our stage, the neighborhood block party that Saturday. Everyone would be there. Everyone already half suspected anyway. We set up an anonymous email, Concerned Neighbor 2024, on an encrypted service. The draft was short. Dates, times, places, attachments, nothing else. The subject: information regarding recent neighborhood activity. Dry, official, irresistible. We attached 12 screenshots from Linda's porch cam. 3 short audio clips with Bianca scheduling meetups, 5 static maps of her car at the gym when she claimed other plans, and the close-up kiss from Thursday night in the lot. Saturday, 7:02 a.m., I hit send to the community list. 47 households. Then I made coffee and waited. By 9, my phone was buzzing. "Bro," my friend Tyler wrote, "the neighborhood email. This is insane." The group chat was a bonfire, a few pearl clutchers, a few privacy police, and a lot of people who couldn't look away. Nobody named Bianca directly, but the hints were bright as neon. At 10:47 a.m., Bianca saw it. I heard a small sound from the living room. She read, scrolled, and blanched. "Did you see the neighborhood email?" she asked, voice thin. "I don't usually check it," I said, like I was discussing a recycling schedule. "Something up?" "Someone sent things," she said. "Creepy, inappropriate, an invasion of privacy." "What kind of things?" She didn't answer. She walked upstairs to make frantic calls. I texted Linda. "She knows." Linda replied, "Perfect. See you at the party." By noon, Bianca came down with red eyes. "We shouldn't go." "We should," I said. "It'll look strange if we don't." We walked in and the air changed. Conversation stuttered. Heads tilted. Mrs. Henderson clutched a pearl like a movie extra who'd trained for this moment. Bianca held my arm too tight. I loaded a plate and let people come to me. "You deserve better," one neighbor said, passing me a brownie with a tone that doubles as a benediction. Mike, the loud dogs guy, handed me a beer like a medal. Tyler appeared, squeezed my shoulder, and mouthed, "You good?" Bianca tried to orbit her usual friends. They peeled off in ones and twos, suddenly late for things. The salon owner checked her book and shook her head. Bianca's cousin Sarah unfollowed her on the spot and said so at full volume, which is a kind of modern bell toll. Linda arrived with brownies and a calm smile that told me the plan had landed. She gave me the tiniest wink. Nobody noticed but me. After an hour of social gravity pressing down, Bianca whispered, "Please." "Can we go?" "We just got here," I said, as if we were leaving a movie she'd begged to see. "Please," she repeated. The fight was gone. We went home in silence. She went upstairs. I sat in the kitchen, felt the quiet settle, and texted Linda. "Mission accomplished." She replied, "Told you." No half measures. Monday, I called a lawyer. We filed. The house went up for sale. 2 weeks later, I signed a lease on a small downtown loft with brick walls and tall windows. It wasn't fancy, but when the sun came in, I could feel it. I slept better there on a futon than I had in our big house in years. I invited the people who mattered to a housewarming, Tyler and a couple co-workers, 2 neighbor families who'd quietly checked on me, and Linda. She brought wine that tasted like it belonged to a richer life. The conversation was easy. We laughed for real. I kept looking around at the room and thinking, I like these faces. Nobody here is pretending. Halfway through, Linda touched my elbow. "She's downstairs," she said. Her voice was neutral, like weather. I stepped to the window. Bianca stood on the sidewalk, looking up at the building like she'd taken a wrong turn in her own story. For the first time, she was outside the warm room and I was inside. I didn't feel anger. I didn't feel sorry. I just felt done. I walked out to the balcony, set my hands on the rail, and met her eyes. I lifted my glass in a small toast, polite, final, no words. She waited, maybe for a shouting match, maybe for me to come down and set a stage for her. I turned and went back in. Linda handed me a fresh glass. "To new beginnings," she said. "To warm nights and locked doors," I answered. My phone buzzed. A text from Bianca. "Why are you doing this?" I typed the same line she'd sent me on that frozen night and hit send. "Come home early next time." The room hummed. Someone told a joke. Tyler laughed too loud. Linda smiled over her glass. I stood in the light of a place that was mine, surrounded by people who showed up because they cared, not because they had something to gain. Outside, the street kept moving. Inside, for once, I was still. I don't do half measures. I did the work, gathered the truth, and let it speak. The marriage ended. The story didn't. I started again. Smaller place, better air, no deadbolt between me and my life. That was the ending I chose. And the beginning I kept. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.